Welcome to the kitchen of dreams. I mean, you've heard of the theatre of dreams. This is the kitchen of dreams. I mean, mainly because there's a fucking diamond coffee machine just out there. But still, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 23 of Masters of the League. My name is Graham, and that man on the conveniently placed laptop is the man that we call Baby. Okay, Michael Meehan, if the chairman's around. He's not, thankfully. But Michael Meehan, aka Bib, welcome in. And for those of you that may have missed it, this is the second day in a row we've had Masters of the League content. We delayed Monday's content until yesterday. Today is Wednesday, so your second installment of Masters of the League live right here, right now on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. And Ice Cream Uploads are currently sitting comfortable in the league. Do you know what? Without further ado, we'll get to the arena. We've got a lot of stuff to get through, so we'll get straight into the arena. Yeah. We didn't even bother with the uploader. Somehow we just managed to arrive at the arena. It's fine. We'll skip all that out. Actually, just get into the office. Let's pretend that it's fine. It's all good. Del Boy, son of Castolo, says, good social distancing, lads. Well, that's it, I mean, the social distancing in this arena is, we are, if there's one thing we do, it's social distancing well. I'm allowed in the office, Bibby isn't. The rules kind of are a little bit mixed because neither of us are allowed on the training pitch. I don't get how that works, but it's fine. We don't question it. We just go with it. I also, going off topic, saw you mention, I think it was in Zaffa's chat, Delboy, that you'd mistyped Castolo in your name and you had to sit on it for like however many days until you can change it again. I think you kind of need to keep that now.
Yeah, I agree too.
But thank you for dropping in. Welcome in. Speaking of Zaffa and Castolo, have you shared your shirt with Zaffa yet, babe?
I haven't. Where is it? It's here. I haven't even tried it on yet. It only arrived yesterday, and I went straight out, and I completely forgot about it until you just mentioned it. But yeah, I've got it in size fat. And just as a reference, Castolo on the back, obviously. Why would you not have the Brazilian maestro on the back of your shirt if you're representing PES United? I mean, it's the Nike tick that gets me because
it's pixelated.
Drawn it on. Yeah.
Plus,
it's so good.
Just gonna have a drink. Just 1 second from my hot Pepsi. That's
But yeah, I got it yesterday. Thanks for reminding me because I completely forgot I had it because I legged it out straight after we finished Masters of the League yesterday. But yeah, love it.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know it, Zaffa will be live tonight around 9:30, but it obviously depends on the football and stuff around it. He tends to move his streams. I think he's going live tonight. I think Friday's not live. Anyway, check him out.
Friday is not live, is it?
Yeah. So at Zaffa Cakes on Twitter and on Twitch. It's definitely worth the watch. If you're into classic PES content, give it a watch. Chucky in the chat with D, I see you. D, I see you. D. We've just tweaked some stuff behind the scenes, Chucky. So we've been playing with Jude Bellingham, who, kind of like Karamoko Dembele, joined our team with the idea of being a player we'd probably loan out. But both Dembele and Jude Bellingham have been class. So Jude Bellingham has been graced with an actual IRL face now, so none of that in-game face build. He has a proper face. So that's why we've been live for 20 minutes, but we've only been live for 5-ish because we're doing the important stuff. But how is everyone doing? If you're in the chat, please feel free to let us know. Let's give you a little bit. Let's paint a picture of what to expect in today's stream. So you can just about see, we're covering it up, but top of the table, Ice Cream Uploads in first place in the Premier League, 3 points ahead of Liverpool in second. There we go, that's better. So 31 points, Liverpool 28, Leicester City 28, United 27, City 24. So all pretty tight around the top four. A little bit of a gap down to fifth. But, it's the Premiership. Anything can happen there anyway. If we keep going as we are, then do you know what? Europe potentially is on the horizon. We setting expectations. We said to the board of directors, this is only our first season in the Premiership. We should expect top 13 at best. If we go past that, that's wonderful. But for expectations, we should expect a top 13 placement at a push. But now we're top of the table, 3 points ahead, 2 goal difference clear of second place team as well. Dreams, ladies and gentlemen. We had matches against Manchester United in the last stream, we beat them. We had a game against Leicester City, we beat them. The previous stream before that, we had Manchester City, we beat them. Chelsea, we beat them. Liverpool, yeah, we drew. But still, taking points from the big games where we're expecting to take no points. This stream isn't one of those. This is a heads down, carry on with business and get things done. Just go back up a sec, babe. Bip. There we go. So Everton, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, is our first game. We then go to Arsenal, and the final game is against Bournemouth. If this stream is anything, if previous streams is anything to go by, we got done badly by Wolves. The lesser teams on paper have been the more difficult teams. The bigger teams are the ones that come out, and we've been able to get in behind them. So Everton and Bournemouth and Arsenal, three really tiny teams that are microscopic in the world of football. Any Arsenal fans in the chat? No. But I mean, you can tell from looking at the table. Arsenal not in the top 10. Bournemouth not in the top 10. Everton are in 8th. Arsenal are actually having a really bad season. So if there's any time to be playing them, now's probably a good time. But anyway, let's jump into things. Unless you've got anything to add there, babe.
No. I mean, I was going to mention that we struggle against the lesser teams, but we covered that in our pre-stream team talk. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Negotiations, I don't think there's anything there.
We have some new scouting targets. Let's see if it actually shows. Mr. Anderson. Decent face build on him, though. It looks like he could be
very decent.
A tall bloke. How big is he? Looks like
192.
Hart mixed with that Aya from Celtic. Aya.
Heading, jump, physical contact, stamina, defensive awareness, ball winning, all quite high. I like the look of this guy.
Still 24. Let's get him on the list. Captaincy interception, long ball expert. I mean, it looks like he's plateauing at 24, so maybe he's not going to get much further, but we'll add him to the list. Is a good step up from Ben White and Katic. Don't forget, if you want to get involved, you guys are part of the staff here at Ice Cream Uploads FC. You guys get involved with the transfers. You guys get involved with the team formations and stuff. We run polls in the chat so we can get your thoughts and opinions on who we should sign. But if you want to draw our attention to players in particular, I'm going to type it for you now in the chat, !Discord. In there, we have a section of our Discord server where you can drop in your recommendations. So let me show you on screen now. There you go. This is the Discord, the Ice Cream Uploads Discord, where you could drop in your Master League transfer targets, as it says up there. We've literally just dropped in a link in there for Igor, previously, a link for Igor Diviv, and see if I can put this in now. There we go. Just dropped in a face pack by Christian. That's a PC pack for a bunch of faces, including Jude Bellingham, who hasn't had a face on our streams previously, but he does now. Max Aarons, says Chappers. I don't think we've actually looked at Max Aarons before. Who was the final scout before we go look at that, though? There was another one on the...
he was midfielder.
Barbona.
He's an happy chap, isn't he?
He's got a good all-round basis of stats, though.
Samantha's ringing me again. Christ knows what this is. One sec.
So back into the boardroom. McAllister. Was he on the Discord then? Was he? I don't know. No, he wasn't. Okay, I had a quick check. There, top of the list. I see it now. Alexis McAllister. There we go. Okay. How old is he, though? He's only 21 years old. Oh, interesting. 21, 77 OVR. Maybe we give him a look in. Oh, babe's still on the phone. I thought he was looking at me then. Got his face on the screen at the side of me. So yeah, we'll check out. Barbona looks off his tits. He does a little bit. He's a happy drunk or is high. That's what it is. He's in the scouts. Yeah, there you go. So click on that one. Never mind. Click on. Back to midfield and then back on midfield. Yeah, and then Alexis McAllister at the top of the list. Let's have a look.
Is that who? I've just seen that in the net. Chuck.
Yeah, chuck it. Yeah. He's only 22. He's got a good all-round basing of stats as well.
He's from Boca, so I know for a fact Chucky knows who he is.
Boca player, but owned by Brighton. I mean, Chucky's not a fan of Latin American football, is it? I mean, I wish he'd mentioned something about that.
I've never seen him so happy that he found a J League patch for, I think it was winning 11-6 before. He was buzzing his head off.
Let's add him to the list.
Mm. Right, who was the next player? Max Aarons.
Max Aarons,
Oh,
yes.
double A.
Well, Alexis
There he is.
McAllister has a face, should he be a player that we want to sign. It's a pretty decent face build, actually, to be fair. I'm going to drop the link to that face in the Discord as well, just in case anybody else wants it. So in the Master League Transfer Targets, on Soccer Fandom, a link to Alexis McAllister in his Brighton shirt as well. There you go, Chucky with all the knowledge.
Samantha's ringing me again, for fuck's sake. 1 second.
So Max Aarons, recommended by Chappers. He has decent speed, great acceleration. Does anyone know how old he is? Because I can't see that on the screen that's on at the moment. But he also has... I mean, he's reasonable low passing. From a fullback, I want them to have either good low passing or good high passing. Lofted passing, should I say. Because that way, you can use them either for a cross or either for cutting in and being part of the build-up play. He's not a fullback finisher, definitely, with only 64 finishing, 65 curl. So he's definitely not going to bang some screamers. Young ass. Okay. So, I mean, if your fullback has that much pace, you've got stuff to work with there. So, I mean, we could see him. Let me see. Max Aarons. PES2020. Face. It looks like he has a face. He does have a face. So we could use him as well. He's on PES Social. I've never even heard of this site, but PES Social patch. I'm going to drop the link in. Full disclosure, obviously, I haven't clicked on any of these links in the chat, so if there is anything dodge on these websites in the Discord, like in terms of viruses and stuff, I haven't checked any of these, so make sure if you are doing this, you have your own sort of virus protection. But the link is in there, which has the faces by Shaft, assuming it's the police officer from TV fame. But his link, the link is in there, has Max Aarons included within that, as well as Joe Linton, El Mohammadi, James and Wyatt as well. They're all in that pack. Nice. Nice.
I apologise for this. Samantha's gone house shopping, so she's literally sending me pictures and videos of everything because she won't make a decision on her own about what kind of cups we need for the kitchen. Never let a woman go out to do shopping on her own.
Go back to Max Aarons. We didn't get a full look at all his stats. I want to see how old he was.
22, I think. Oh, 20.
20. And he's got a good face build. He's got a decent bit of pace. His low passing could build on. What's his skills and stuff looking like? Has he got anything? Cut behind a turn, fighting spirit. So, I mean, he's a decent project player there, to be fair, with a decent face build. He's already on the list, unless Bib just did it then. But anyway, we'll leave the transfer list as it stands at the moment. We do have games to play. We're not quite in the transfer window yet. Young ass like 22. Oh, he's even younger than that. He was 20.
I think Monday's our aim for the transfer target for the transfer stream, innit?
Yeah, so as it stands, we'll have 3 games today. We'll have 3 games on Friday. And Monday's the start of the transfer window. And we'll have an FA Cup game in it as well. So make sure you're around for that one. Because that's when all of the suggestions, we can act on some of them then, depending on how things stand. But for now, Ice Cream Uploads, it's time to consult the board as we take on the mighty Giants of Everton. We are away. But as you can see from Bibby's reaction then, Jeremy Frimpong having a bit of a mare at fullback. So we've had to drop him out. Oh, Lobato's still having a one. Do you know what? Let's go to the full screen. I know it's nice to look at it using that board, but you don't get access to the full picture, literally. So Gearson has come in at fullback in place of Frimpong. Lobato replaces Danny Olmo at the heart of our midfield attack, purely because he's on great form at the moment. We need to make use of that to get his stats boost. When you get a player in this vein of form, i.e. when you see the flashing arrow that's now gone because because Bibbs has bugged me off. Go back to that.
You what? Sorry. Oh, sorry.
There we go. So when you have a player with that flashing arrow, that means they are going to get big stats boosts. So if you're playing your own Master League and you ever wonder what that is, I mean, good form is always good because you get players playing better. But when they flash like that, they're in a purple patch. So Lobato, if he plays a big string of games, will have a huge boost of stats. If he scores a few in that, then that will even better for us. So he's starting in place of our talismanic midfielder, Danny Olmo, so we can get the most out of him. Maybe not the best decision right now, in terms of playing not with our strongest team, but it will be the best decision for the future in terms of getting the best out of our players.
Absolutely. We
So
just offered him a new contract as well.
He took it as well, didn't he? Was it less money?
For less money as well, yeah.
Saul's I'm in season 4, says Chappers. Honestly, getting ahead of yourself, quite literally. Frimpong seems to have a lot of days off recently. I mean, he is only young. We'll give him that. He wasn't expecting to play as much in this team. Gearson was the one that was kind of going to be first choice. So Frimpong clearly needs to get a full grounding for himself. He's only a youngster. He's probably bitten off a bit more than he can chew. Not expecting to be playing at the top of the Premier League in just his second season of football with Ice Cream Uploads. But as long as it doesn't become a problem, we can take that. Nice man.
How was Danny almost still? Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah. However, in Master League, players can also get flashing arrows for big games, so keep track of who is showing great potential. Isn't that for derby games? I think it's derby games. So the teams that you have defined as your rivals, your derby rivals, I think that's when you get the flashing arrows because some players play well in those derby games. I think that's what it is. I assume that's what it is. Whenever I've seen it, it's always been in a big derby game anyway. So maybe it happens for cup games as well. I don't know. Maybe it does. But anyway, let's get into the game. We are at Everton, Goodison, and Fabian Delph with Jonas Lossell, who looks like an absolute giant stood behind him. Once of Huddersfield Town.
I played at Goodison Park and scored a goal. Little bit of trivia for you there.
Well, I've played at St Andrews. Training pitch.
Come on, boys. We need this. Just to keep you all updated as well, I have now got some Disney cups for the kitchen.
Nice.
That's what Samantha's showing me. That rose gold of Disney.
Do you know, it's not a bad team, is that? Tosson, Sandro, Davis, they've got decent players throughout. None of them you would say are world-class players. Maybe Richarlison, obviously, could be in that category. But the rest of them...
Davis as well.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember how old he is. I remember him breaking into the first team for Everton 2 or 3 years ago. But I don't know whether or not he was a late teenager, like 19. Look at that face build on him.
Class, innit? It does look like he's just been high on his mate's couch. But still a good face build. Look at this camera angle as well. We have switched the camera angle up for better broadcast purposes. We want you guys to have the better visual experience on stream. I mean, because this is a real football club, obviously. Isak! Straight off the bat. Maybe had a bit more time then, but scoring 1 minute in. Yes, please.
Oh, God.
Oh!
Oh, he wrong-footed me there. I thought he was going to cut back inside and went round the outside instead. Oh! No.
Audacity! Oh. Playing the same lofted pass into the middle. It worked last time. Let's try again. As Lobato just gets wrestled off the ball by that man, Tom Davis, just been speaking about.
Oh, hello. That's why you need a big, strong centre-back. Win them balls. Any of those 50-50s in the air, he seems to have hoovered up. Get a keeper that can do both.
Nice. Nice. That's what we wanted. He's going to play the cross. No, he's not. He's going to turn back. Bit of a dodgeball, but...
Floaty ball. Oh, Das! Oh! That was keeping in bottom corner.
Friesen says, what camera settings? I don't know.
I think it's live broadcast. I'll check now. In fact, I don't think live broadcast works when you play in 2-player. One sec, I'll have a quick look for you. Break the immersion for just a second, though.
That camera angle is sexy as Fook, says Chucky. Yeah, we wanted to give you a bit more of a broadcasty element. It's not as easy as it is playing other settings, but it's better for viewing purposes. So yeah, there we go. Stadium 236.
236. Iceman says, was that a Sky Bet logo? Yes, it was. I don't actually know how to get rid of those on the sleeve and change it to a Premier League one.
I mean, but there's an issue with the printers.
Yeah.
It's been going on all season, but we'll fix it.
I thought they was automatically applied depending on what league he was in. Apparently I was wrong.
Oh,
That's good football. Well in Ordas.
Oh, just stuck his laces through the pass.
I don't know if the camera angle changes depending on where we're playing though, mate. I don't know whether or not it's because we played at Goodison Park, the camera's a little higher up than when we play at like the Etihad or at home. I'm not sure. But yeah, I do love it.
Oh. Lobato, his eyes lit up. It was like, up through! But good covering from the Everton midfield.
Oh, Lobato, his eyes are lighting up. The balls that he's putting through with the right balls, it's just a little bit behind both times.
Big win
there.
there.
Follow as well, Friesen. Referee! Get him in the box.
Big win from the youngster there. Yerry Mina, disgraceful. Could have been a cock-up on the chairman's part when discussing the team's entry into the championship. I mean, his thrift is the chairman.
Yeah, we've got Ben Thatcher. Here we go. Right, Lobato was our best free kick taker.
No, Danny Olmo once more. It's always the case. Whenever we get free kick, Danny Olmo's off the pitch.
And it's got a small wall, Lees, as well. A very small wall. Oh, I still can't get it over it.
But he can there. Oh. Oh, why did Dodo just stop then? Keeps. Oh, never mind.
I actually thought that was going back to the keeper then, but what do I know? Alright, mate, just wait for the ball to come to you.
I'm not in a rush. Oh, I thought you'd gone. Oh, you have got one. Nice. Oh, unlucky.
Back for Lobato. Yeah, I mean, with a floating yellow card above his head. Go on, Dodo.
Oh, he gets there as well. Oh, heavy touch from Ordas. Just a bit sloppy. It's got to be offside, surely. Oh, it's not either. Oh, I thought that was the keeper. I was like, whoops, and it wasn't. It was fucking Ordas just coming from.
I think Mina's off.
Oh, ref, come on.
Oh, you shithouse. We got sent off for Leicester Old Trafford. Fellaini's still out. Oh, I can't believe it. I mean, that would have been a harsh yellow, if I'm being honest.
Very small wall. Still hits it, Kappa. Oh, Ben White, free kick taker. How do I get the camera? Oh, I am thinking it's the touchpad, but it's not. It's the sticking out. Do you know? I'm going to go for it.
Why not? With Ben White. Hello.
Oh!
A little bit more swerve and Pickford's little arms might not have been able to get there. Oh, he's gurning. He's been on the sherbet before he came out.
It's like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit with those teeth. Wensleydale.
There we go. Come on, Kubo.
Oh. Oh, it's
shit.
as if he's got in.
Oh!
GG Everton there on that build-up.
Yeah,
Charlison.
It's just shown how much strength they have. Some of these players, fair enough, they might not be the best in the world, but the strength on him to be able to take away from Ben White there, who again is strong himself, held him off really well.
Oh, horrible Gearson. Waited an age for it to arrive at you again, and then just played a pass. There we go. Oh!
Lovely. Oh, well, interesting first half. It kind of felt like we were sparring. Both teams were sparring with each other in the first half. Just tested, seeing who commits first.
Like we said, difficult team to play against. Not really a team of worldies. There is some talent in there. Some players in particular in the Everton team have that spark, but every player has something about them. Be it strength, be it pace, be it ball control. So it's not a team to be counted out. Obviously, on paper, still a better team than us. Just our team has that momentum coming into this game. We are top of the league, but we need the points if we want to stay there, as Gearson gets dropped, but Labata keeps it alive. Early cross. Doesn't mind if he does.
Isak, I don't know what he was doing there. I mean, if it's on, it's on. A beautiful ball in from Matondo. We've seen Danny Welbeck score one of them IRL yesterday.
I mean, this is IRL. This is actual real football, not a video game. What are you on about?
Nacho Basco says, "Long live Chile," in the chat. Long live Chile, indeed.
Alfonso. No, it's absolutely Matondo should have stepped out, but that's why. Oh.
Interesting in interception there. Oh, Dodo.
Just gets absolutely smashed, but Dodo's so strong. Stands up, shrugs it off, turns around and passes it. Meanwhile, the guy that bars into him gets flattened. It's like running into a brick wall. Oh, beautiful. And again.
Oh, Daz. On the spinneroonie. So don't get that.
He can as well.
Oh, it's a great touch.
Oh.
Did everything right. I definitely wanted to slide there, but for some reason he powered up a clearance. Read that.
Lovely. Love to see it.
That'll do. Pezlu says, brought Welbeck into my Fantasy Premier League team 5 minutes before the deadline yesterday.
Class.
Style, mate. Seconds, well in Kubo.
Nice reverse header. A bit improvised, but that's what you pay for when you buy players like that. The ability to just make something happen. Got the ball out, and now we have a chance to counter. Oh, baby passing to himself. Oh, nice interception there, though. Oh. Lovely.
Labato! Oh. He's unfavoured left foot, but it's a cracking run.
Yeah, involved in the build-up all the way through. And then...
Hit him on the chest. It's not even Pickford.
Jonas Lossell, the 27-foot keeper.
Whippage.
Isak.
Oh.
Kubo. Oh, Isak's offside.
Oh, look, there's a whiff of a penalty in there. Referee's unfazed. Some of the away fans, you could hear him there. The ICU massive.
Oh.
Oh shit! Checked
Oh
his run.
no. Oh.
Save.
Big.
Oh, Dodo. Good foot.
Nice.
This is the typical ICU counter.
Labato.
Oh, Tom
That was
Davis.
flimsy.
Davis with a good interception. Here we go. Oh, why did he play first? Ah!
Nice. Kubo. Beautiful.
Well then. Pressure's mounting. I get Everton here.
This is it. This is it. Space. Oh!
Whippage. Oh. Oh, he's been the offside trap. Oh, Das. Oh, Das! Little toe stabber. Well done, boys.
That's what he does. That is what he does. Late on in the game, how many times have you seen him score a goal that he shouldn't be scoring?
Yeah, absolute hero. Oh, lucky lad.
Oh, he's pissed.
Yeah. He had a lot to do here still. Dodo wins the interception. He beat the offside trap. Everyone's fighting to get out. He's just left with a little bit of room. He had to toe stab it. It was just in front of him. He's had to stretch for it.
Luckily for him, Delph misread it. He's facing the opposite way.
Right into the bottom corner.
Typical ICU counter. Proceeds to give the ball away. I mean,
I never said what the end result would be.
And he never said that's not typical of an ICU counter either.
Oh, the battle is knackered. Bring him off. Kubo for Himalayas. I'll tell you what, let's bring the bad boy on.
Labato knows he's going off now. Putting every ounce of energy he's got into trying to make something happen. And there he is.
Like that.
He's absolutely shattered though now.
Yeah, he can't. He's got no motor on him there whatsoever.
I was going to say. Danny Olmo comes on though, in time for a free kick.
Oh, that's holding the ball up well there. That's something he's so good at because he's so tall. He's just got the ability to shield that ball well. That's what we look for. Danny Olmo.
Not my kind of favoured free kick position, but what's he looking like stats wise? He's got 77. Is that it? Ugh. Okay. Oh shit! Every time.
Ah! Isak's just been tripped for it. There's not a free kick in there, or a penalty. Oof, I tell you what, that had to be made.
And here he is, Bellingham now, fresh out of plastic surgery. Hopefully it doesn't have the same impact it had on Danny Olmo. Changed his face and it changed his play for a good 6 weeks afterwards.
I tell you what, they've got nothing to go. They're going to launch this. Oh, fantastic pressuring.
Oh, there we go though. Danny Olmo, Audas, Olmo. Oh.
Almost onside. No, he's not. No, he is not. Iceman says would have left if a free kick went the other way, then it would have almost been inevitable, mate. I'd have put my house in it going against us. Oh, ref! I get centre.
Big win.
I thought it was goal side then.
Ah, gambled on him playing that to Delph then.
Here we go.
Oh, what?
Oh, that looks a bit battered up there.
It was just like, why was it playing it to Audas? I played the pass to you and then still got there first. Here we go. Isak now, all the time in the world.
Absolute rasper.
Absolutely trashes his knees sliding over that metal post. Ruined his career. Ah! Help me!
I couldn't skip it. He's just celebrating for life. What a move that was. Oh, that's becoming the provider. And then you can put your house on it. Isak scoring from there.
Rumour has it Isak's still in the back of the net, which is why we're watching these highlights. Not because we want to see the goal, just so that we can free him up.
Nearly ripped the net out of the ground there. 2-0 away at Goodison Park. You take these results. You take these results every single day. Well done, boys.
Absolute man of the match performance there from Ordas. Scoring and assisting. Lobato, though, not had a bad game. Be interesting to see whether the official ratings reflect that as we see the top of the stadium.
Yeah, it's a heavily one-sided game there.
Possession, it shared, but yeah, 100%. Lobato with a 5.5 game. He hit the post and created all those chances, but still gets a 5.5. Unfair on the youngster. Fickle. These people that tally the player ratings, absolutely fickle. Because he didn't score or assist, did count. Isak was definitely less involved in that game than Lobato was until he scored, but still got a 7 rated because he found the back of the net. Honestly. Anyway, scores from around the grounds. Ashram uploads 2. Everton 0 you've just seen. Interestingly, look at the results from elsewhere. Leicester drop 2 points. Leicester 2, Fulham 1. Manchester United also dropping points. 0-0 at Newcastle. Norwich get a win at Watford, while Wolves get a win at West Ham. Second round of fixtures, second lot of fixtures. Chelsea also dropping points. City, though, keep up with it. A win at Burnley. Chelsea won, Liverpool won, just to confirm that. So Liverpool also dropping points. All the teams around us dropping points apart from City. They closed that gap from 5th to 4th. So we'll extend our lead at the top, but everything behind us from 2nd to 5th is going to be pretty tight. Forest and Villa draw. Arsenal get a win at Brighton and Hove Albion, and Bournemouth loss at home to Spurs, who needed the points as well. Let's have a look at the table.
Oof, 5 points.
That's it. We
That's all
are
we needed.
top of league.
Yeah, 5 points, 5 words. That's all we need. 11 wins in the bag so far. Listen, lads, we're only 6 points away from securing Premier League status for next year. The typical, usual 40-point mark is well within our grasp in the next couple of games. That's all we need. Just the 40 points, just to stay afloat. We said that we wanted 13 and above this year. We are so far ahead of that, it's unbelievable. And we just need to keep on riding this wave.
Yeah, I mean, imagine that. We've played 14 games, have we? Can I count? Yeah, 14 games. We could be secure in the Premiership after 16 games. That would still leave us 22 games left to just piss it all against the wall. I mean, the board obviously don't want us to do that. They would be happy with securing Premiership status for another season, though. Jumping into the chat, great manual pass to start the goal move, says Pez Luke, and also says, will they ever fix the Pez ratings?
Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a player getting an 8 rating, they've pretty much given birth to the Messiah in the middle of a build-up. So, yeah. As we have a new player to scout. Nobody tells us who it is. We assume it's him.
We've had better scouting. We've had better reports back than this guy before.
How old is he?
24.
Yeah, he's not really got anything at that age. We're bigger than that. We're top of the league in the Premiership. Come on, scouts.
Yeah, okay. You got something. Oh shit! You got something better in the box. No, we haven't.
So,
right.
Interesting. Once again, look at this. Arsenal with Lacazette on the bench, playing Martin Willock Quevedo. I don't even know who they are. I mean, I know Willock is, but I don't know who. Martinelli. Ah, there we go. That's why. It wasn't moving. I was like, oh, Martinelli and Quevedo. I don't know who Quevedo is, but having Pedro and Lacazette on the bench, Kolasinac, I mean, understandable because Kieran Tierney offers you a bit of something there. But Saliba ahead of David Luiz, Vermeer ahead of Leno. I mean, I don't get why teams keep playing. I mean, we're going to take it because it gives us a better chance of winning. But Leicester did the same thing. They didn't start with Vardy or Kasper Schmeichel, and look how that turned out for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think was it Chelsea did the same thing as well.
Yeah. So I don't know why teams don't fancy. They don't fancy playing their first team against us. Whether or not it's because they think we've just come up from the Champions League or the Championship. They just haven't looked at the league table recently, especially where Arsenal are. You'd expect them to want to play their first team every single game. Very interesting that they're not playing the first team players every single time. Why do Arsenal need 4 keepers? Says Chucky. That's a very good point.
So they can rotate them from the looks of things.
Yeah. Slight change to the team today. Ben White's come out as he's not feeling too good at the moment, so he steps Fellaini, the ever-present Fellaini at 89, brings up the team chemistry by at least 10 points every time we play him, because he is an absolute staple of the team. He is one of the old boys, one of the old guard, who's hopefully going to teach Katic and Ben White something going forward. Lobato comes in again for Dani Olmo, purely because of his form. He's on red-hot lightning form at the moment, so you want to keep that going. Jude Bellingham obviously on the bench. Zvila hopefully won't. Our keeper Safanov hopefully doesn't get injured. Otherwise, we've got a completely out of form Zvila on the bench. I don't know why Sergio Canos is there.
I mean, in fairness to Zvila, he's played one game when he was out of form this season already, when Safanov was out of form and exhausted. Zvila still played phenomenally in that game as well, thanks to some manual keeping, but still.
Everything else is as you come to expect. You have Davis on the left, Dodo in the middle, Rotondo on the left, Kubo on the right. Everything else is as expected.
Let's get into it. As we go into a pre-match press conference. Once again, this guy with his camera. Honestly, mate, it just doesn't need to be that bright, does it? So yeah, fresh off the back of a win at Everton, flying high top of the table, points between us. I mean, even if we lose this game, not that we're gonna do, just we fancy ourselves against anyone. We've proved it already against the biggest teams in the league so far. But even if we lose this game, we're still going to be at top of the table. We have daylight between us and the teams behind us, which is majestic. I'll take that all day. Arsenal, though, not a team that we will take lying down. There's definitely something going wrong at that club. Some of their best players aren't in the team. That's got to be as a result of disagreements with the management team. Mikel Arteta's maybe lost the squad, maybe lost the dressing room. I mean, whatever it is, it all kind of tallies to give us a feeling that we can take 3 points away from this. Usually we wouldn't, not against Arsenal, not at Arsenal, but today feels like we could do it. What are your thoughts, Bib?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, there's something that's going deeply wrong with Arsenal at the moment. Towards the bottom of the table, looking real threat of going down, and yet still to why the names at the bottom of the shirt. Maybe this is why they're having an upside down season. But yeah, didn't this happen with United as well? Like the 2 sponsored teams that are in the game have their upside down. I don't know. But yeah, it's very interesting that they are towards the bottom and they're still yet to play their strongest team. I don't know what it's going to take for the manager to get a kick up the arse. Is it going to be when it goes down to the last couple of games of the season and they realise they're in threat of going down, that he decides to play his first team? I don't know, but this is a chance for us to capitalise again and gain more points and open up the gap at the top of the table to give us a little bit of breathing space.
You finished talking as soon as I put a digestive in my mouth, but it's fine.
Come on, boys. Let's see if we can try and get a little bit of daylight between us and second place. We're at home. We get the ICU Ultras behind us. Oof. Lobato.
This gameplay. Oh, Matondo. Yeah. Lovely.
It may have been out of the team for a few matches, but you know what? You bring him back in, ever reliable, ever dependable.
Oh,
Oh,
asked a bit much of Castolo there, Lobato, but we come away with it, so it's all good. Oh,
I should have took another touch there. Oh,
oh.
Stolo just not alert.
Matondo on an absolute mission. He's still going for it. Verlaine.
Oh, easy for the goalkeeper. Good football. Lobato
Nice.
with the
Into the
football.
channel. Oh.
Alphonso Davis. Lovely feet. Oh!
Not the ball that he was trying to find, but there we go. Isak! Oh.
No!
Good performance so far against a team of such calibre. I say that on paper, on the actual pitch, they've. Oh, it's just as he's saying it.
Ah!
Just as I was saying, on the pitch, they've got a lot of weaknesses, but that's one thing that isn't weak. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Whoa.
On the counter as well. After a promising move. Kubo intercepts in there, and it's a hit and hope ball forward. That's just a sheer class. Get him on either foot, Aubameyang. 10 yards out, he's going to give the keeper problems. Unlucky boys, we go again.
It just goes to show you can't take anything for granted in this season. We're going to lose at Chelsea, we win them. We're going to lose at City, we win them. We're going to beat Arsenal, we're losing.
Cracking ball. Oh, I hit him on the arse.
Isak.
Lovely. Lovely. Lobato!
Oh, is that Isak or?
No, he pulled off the defender. He'd been offside otherwise. Into feet. Castolo! Oh!
That's what he does. Oh.
Oh, shit. Locked me on it as well. Kubo, it's all I see you.
Isak!
Moment.
Oh.
I did it into the ground.
Big win.
Oh my god, what a tackle.
Oh. Oh, and again.
Oh,
Every time.
Gotta get goal side here, Davis. Gotta get goal side.
Lovely.
Well done. Well done. You give the rest of the lads a chance to get back. That's all we require. Just need a chance.
Beautiful
no.
Dodo. Oh, just a bit flimsy. Yeah.
Dodo, we're intercepted again. Oh.
Oh, Kubo, come on.
Dodo's everywhere.
Delaney as well. Come on, Kubo. We need a bit from you this game. You've just not really delivered. Oh, my God. Yeah, we need a bit of something. Oh, what you say, manager? I'll come down here and have a chat.
Oh, for a minute I thought you were going to stand up then. I'll watch you run.
Oh, it's there again.
Oh, Aubameyang! 2 chances. Oh, he's turning him inside out. He's having a game of his life.
Just.
Oh, fucking hell! The running riot! Oh, what a goal, Martinelli.
No. absolutely deserving this so far.
What a strike by Martinelli then. He hit the post through a wonder strike from Aubameyang. Comes back in and does the exact same thing.
Not sure what Katic was doing then. He was going for the John Terry salmon dive. It would have been easier to stick his foot out rather than diving at it.
Inside of the post, it's giving the keeper Safanov absolutely no chance.
I mean, Safanov has been beaten 3 times. Obviously, only twice it's gone in. But you can't blame him for any of them. Well read by Valene.
Oh, getting caught up again.
Oh, no.
Oh, misses. Oh, my God. Arsenal are running wild at the ICU Arena. It's interesting how far down the table they are and the way that they're playing today. It's like we criticised their lineup before the game, and they are playing some of the best football they're probably going to play all season.
That was, I mean, the hounding of Frimpong then, but then this pass, switching play, everyone's looking at Aubameyang, and that one touch and finish, Martinelli.
Wow.
You can't even, I mean, in that one, you can't even really pick faults with our defence, because we just picked up the ball and we just got caught again. Arsenal are playing pristine football. How are these at the bottom of the table? This is pish performance, lads. Get it sorted. I'm not even sure it is. I mean, it's not great up front in terms of we've had a couple of opportunities that now will be ruined. But it's just they are just being like that, like Lobato being caught flat-footed. But Arsenal are just like they're through here now. They've got an opportunity. Look at that. The pace on their forwards, abusing our centre backs. I think that's probably what it is.
Martinelli has ran right. Aubameyang and Martinelli have been unbelievable in this game. Unbelievable. Sign him at half time. Just tap him up in the changing rooms. I mean, you can't.
Pardon the pun.
I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. Arsenal have been super clinical in front of goal. Every single time they look on forward, they look dangerous.
Just looking on, dejected. Boys. Suddenly the Premiership hits you in the face 14 games in, and you realise, fuck, this is what it should have been like all along. Big win for Valene again.
Ball.
Oh, Castolo just bullied. I mean, suddenly, the questions of why is Saliba playing? Why is all these other players playing? I mean, Saliba just absolutely bullied Castolo there, so it all suddenly makes sense. Lobato!
Oh, he pulled one back. Let's go, boys. This is it. Get the ball. That's given something to get on with. Come on, boys. 2 more.
So you want to talk about dynamite youngsters? There's ours. Castolo doing what he's doing a lot of this season. Playing that perfect pass and Lobato poke. Yeah. Istanbul. Hey.
Come on. Another 2.
Who is Istanbul and why does Chappers want him dead? He's just asked us to ice Istanbul. Banter. Back into the game. Kubo! Okay.
Trying to give a little bit of a gap here.
Just there we go. He's back on it again.
Forcing them back. This is the pressure from the front that we've been doing all season. Here we
are. It just stuck his laces through that one. Jezza Prince.
Go on, Kubo.
Beautiful.
Go on.
Beautiful, Kubo.
Cracking ball. Go on, I sit. Go on,
Oh, all the way!
Straight through. Let's go, boys. Keep going. Come on.
Fucking Labatu! Labatu!
The rattled, boys. The rattled.
What a pass from Castolo. Control from Isak, and then, unselfishly, Labato made a meal of it. You thought, why's he not done it first time? But, do you know what? Labat time, as says Delboy son of Costello in the chat. Thank you very much for the host, Young Jay. My host did it. It's you! It's you! Spike says, I tune in, you're 3-1 down. Psh, that's better. Bibby's quiet again. I swear he's up full. I don't get it. Skype. Oh no, it's Discord audio.
Come on, one more, boys. One more.
Yeah, we were 3-0 down at half time, Spike. They absolutely bossed us. And then a brace from Labato. And it's suddenly a different story. And there he is again. Bit of a heavy touch, but gets it out of his feet. It's Castolo. Castolmost. Oh, lovely.
One quick foot.
Oh, nearly again.
They're at 6s and 7s, these lot. They don't know what's hit them.
I just imagine.
Shit. Track that run for Aubameyang.
Oh, yeah, I'll get that paid off.
20 minutes left. Is there another goal in this for the ICU?
Oh, lovely build-up play. As Dodo's knackered, tries to run it, but just you could tell his legs had gone. Oh, you love that.
Oh, you put your fucking house in to score that. Oh, no, that's probably the chance. I'll throw everyone forward for that. 15 minutes left. This is a big 15.
Oh, what a ball, though!
It's on! Oh, can you believe it? Let's go, boys! Oh, 3-0 down. 3-0. Come on, boy!
12 minutes left. 3-0 down at half time. Istanbul, said Chappers before. Labato almost looked good that we scored there. He was like, I'm there for the hat-trick.
Oh, unbelievable. One of the most informed strikers in the league brings us back to 3-3. Oh my God.
Bottles of Iron Brew being thrown left, right and centre in the crowd.
Oh shit. See if we can bring some fresh legs on.
I am the chosen. Every time Young Jay joins, we suddenly start turning things around. Usually it's with a screamer, but this time it's just with an absolute screamer of a performance. Oh, D, I see you.
Can we get another one?
I imagine if they go and fucking strike now. Oh, shoot your mouth, Graham. Oh, they have as well. Oh, they haven't.
Oh, that'll do. Reset, boys. Reset.
And this is what Arsenal can do. Just look at how clinical. I mean, inch perfect that, and then no messing. Just get it out. Big save, Matt Fay. Oh, they've probably got the height advantage. Big Jude in the middle. Hey, Jude. Oh no, Danny Olmo gets caught in possession. We've never said that before. Big. Oh. And again. Don't know why we can't hear him, but we can.
Hello.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my god! I lost you in Discord. My phone crashed. Oh.
My God, this is the single-handed the best performance I've ever seen from Ice Cream Uploads. 3-0 down at half time. 4-3 up.
Fuck this defensive. Oh no!
Get it out.
Fucking lever that.
Go on, just hand it. Oh. I did say 87. I'm off by a bit, but yeah, I did say it would win. Oh, good lad, young Jay. The game is way too realistic the way Arsenal have crumpled. Kappa.
The big man Dodo.
I don't know what he means, game. He's talking like this isn't an actual real-life football team. I'm not quite sure. Keepers.
Oh my god! I had to manual that.
I know, so it. Oh, Kieran, get out!
Oh my god!
What a save! Safanov has been incredible. He's been beaten 3 times. None of them were his fault. He's actually been up there. I mean, obviously, the people that give the play ratings in the league are a bit daft, so he'll probably get rated horribly, but he's had an amazing game. They're going to play it out wide, are they? We'll take that.
We'll win that.
Nice.
Come on, 30 seconds left.
Big win.
Do. That'll do. Everyone back. Everyone fucking back.
Get out!
Yes! Come on! Yes! Get in!
What a result!
I can't believe it. How have we managed to come out with that?
When you sat there and you kind of like thinking about how you sum up the words for your post-match interview of, do you know what, they were just a better team, and then that happens in the second half. It's class, to be fair. Pardon the pun. Martinelli and Aubameyang were ridiculous in the first half of this game.
Yeah. Arguably, you could say it's difficult to have Martinelli and Aubameyang after that first half performance on the losing team. However, it was the old tale of football is a game of 2 halves, the old cliche. It genuinely was then.
Oh, that is my favourite game in charge of Ice Cream Uploads. Without doubt. We've had bigger score lines, but that is definitely my favourite game in charge. That is absolute character. Pez Luke didn't even see that comment. Arsenal have lost their heads. You've given them a lobotomy.
That goal from Martinelli there, his second goal was phenomenal. The passing
and then
from Quevedo.
The chip up and dinking it over him was like Messi against Arsenal in the Champions League, where I don't know if it was Checo or whoever it was, keeper on the floor, and he just dinks it up and then side foots it in. Oh. Spike saying, see, you needed your lucky charm in the chat. Young Jay? Young Jay? Although Young Jay has been a lucky charm. Do you know what? We'll take all the lucky charms, frosted or whatever, if we have more of those. I mean, Chappers said it was his halftime team talk. He did say, this is a pish performance, lads, get it sorted.
I agree.
Labatu. There we go. Labatu. Unselfish from Isak there. And it wasn't the first time, it wasn't the last time, should I say, he was unselfish.
I thought this is where we could potentially make it to 3-3. Castolo gets onto our favoured right foot in a position where he scored many, many goals for ICU on the edge of the box. Great defending.
Turns it.
There, again. Oh. Fantastic save. His keeper stood up well.
Right in the guts.
One second, door's ringing.
And Isak taking a touch and laying it off. Labata, look at him. Good. Labata's God. Because he's like, what's my hat-trick? He's like, the fact that we're all square, selfish player, but you know what? You don't mind a bit of selfishness from a striker. That's what you want. This, though, 81 minutes. You're thinking, Arsenal are back into it. Aubameyang! Big save from Safanov. That's what I mean. He conceded 3 at this point, but he still remained massive. That's what you want from your goalkeeper. And then this is it. Finally, Castolo with an assist. And Bellingham, the youngster, fresh out of plastic surgery with his new face. And look at that. What a time to show it off. Oh, what a game. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. How would we even manage to come away with any points there? Never mind all of them. Siphon-off, look at that. Granit Xhaka with a bunderthastard of a free kick. The swads on it as well. Ultimately helped the keeper in the end, but...
Unbelievable.
This is just what we like to see, said the commentary in the stadium, and you're absolutely right. That's what we like to see. 4-3 at home. Ice Cream Uploads. The undefeated streak continues. Labato, man of the match. Castolo, Isak up there with it as well. Dodo Matondo, as well as Katic and Davis, all unfairly ranked. I mean, maybe you can see it with Katic at times, but Davis was phenomenal. He was everywhere, as was Dodo Matondo. Yeah. Whoever does these player ratings need sacking. Chiellini, though, 4.5 out of 10. Ouch. Anyway, post-match interview. We'll come back to the scores in a minute. Is this on? Okay. We are top of league. Say we are top of league. We are top of league. Say we are top of league. For anyone that doesn't know that, go back a couple of episodes. And Bibby was asked in an interview, in 5 words, explain that game. And Bibby was, we are top of league. So there we go. And it remains right now. Labar 2. That's what we'll call him from now on. His head didn't drop. He's only young. He's replacing the likes of Dani Olmo in that team because he's in a big vein of form. Dani Olmo is happy to step back and let the youngster get some playing time, and it's paying off for us because he was throughout that second half. He was inspirational. That's what he was. 2 goals, involved in other goals as well. Could have been there for a third, but obviously Isak managed to find a perfect finish for it as well. I mean, all around the pitch, the player markings are a crock of shit. I'm gonna say it. I'll probably get into trouble for this, but the player markings are a crock of shit. How can Katic get a 5? I mean, I'll let you have that one. But Dodo, a 5.5 out of 10. He was intercepting all of the play. Whoever does the markings, give your head a shake because that's ridiculous. But 4-3 at home, Arsenal. Get yourselves back down to North London, boys. Anything you want to chup in? Chupa chups, babe.
I don't think there is. I mean, that is by far the best match we played as Ice Cream Uploads. We was 3-0 down in the dumps, expecting to potentially walk away from this game with 3 points as Arsenal are towards the bottom of the league. They've not had a hope all season. However, spirit in the changing rooms, heads didn't drop. They got back out there. The 17-year-old wonder kid Labato pulling the strings in midfield just give that extra confidence to the older players in the team, like Fellaini, who was sensational in that game, if I'm being honest. Mm-hmm. And so was Castolo and Isak as well. Their heads never dropped. They just wanted the extra bit of, they wanted the 110% from them, and that's exactly what they got this time. It's a cliche to say football's a game of 2 halves, and that's exactly what it was there. We had 4 or 5 chances in that second half, and we were just clinical enough to finish them.
Just had a text message from the backroom staff. Chappers says, I'm going to read it out, he says, Nah, 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 nah. Oh, let me scroll up. Nah, 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 nah. Oh, let's scroll again. Hey, Jude. There we go. So there you go. That's what the backroom chat the staff have to say. Nah, 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 nah. Anyway, let's check the results from around the grounds. How's things looking, babe?
So contender for game of the season that you just seen on Sky there was our game against Arsenal. 4-3 it finished. Fulham getting beat by Everton. Newcastle taking a 2-0 win at home to Leicester City, which is good news for us. Watford getting beat 1-0 at home to Manchester United, which we could have done with some more points being dropped there. West Ham slaughtering Norwich City at home 3-1. Liverpool taking all 3 points against Wolves at Anfield. 2-2 at the game at Burnley against Chelsea. Nottingham Forest again getting the full shaft from Manchester City 1-0 at home. Brighton and Hove Albion drawing with Bournemouth, and Aston Villa and Tottenham ends 1-2.
Be interesting to see where Arsenal sit in the table after that. Looking pretty with 3 points. They would have been up in around 10th, maybe 11th, but they now sit 13th, just a few points away from the relegation zone. Oh, things you love to see. Things you love to see.
Yeah.
Spurs
City have kind of collapsed since we beat them as well, haven't they? They've gone from second to fifth, and now 8 points away from us.
Yeah, they were level on points at that point in time, just goal difference. And now, 8 points, a big drop. Liverpool, 5 points behind us still. They keep up with us, but do you know what? That shows how important that game was. That adds an extra 1 to our goal difference to give us a 3-goal difference lead at the top of the table. But rather than being 2 points ahead, we are now still 5 points ahead. That would have brought the league to within 1 game and a couple of goals.
Yeah.
Huge performance from the boys. Huge. Do you know what? Let's get out onto the training pitch. Oh, right. Oh, right. There we go. Get there eventually. Oh, fucking Jim and his lawnmower again. Jim! Nice. Jim! He's got his headphones in. He can't hear us. Jim! He told me. He texted me as well. He's telling me he's listening to Taylor Swift. It's about like greatest hits or mega mix or something. Like, Jim! Oh, fucking let's just head out onto the pitch. Have a quick word with the team. Do you know what? Big performance, boys. Loved it. We loved that. That's what we want to see from you guys. Don't know how we managed to get these TVs out here because they're not on wheels. We just assumed that we kind of walked out, but that's fine. Social distancing and that, we don't question it. We just stick with it. But do you know, big performances, boys. And do you know what? That's actually led to some other news. We want to kind of discuss it with you guys whilst we're here. We've had a couple of emails, haven't we, Bib, this morning?
We've had a couple of emails, yeah, and I've not looked at my inbox for a couple of days. However, this is big news. Massive news. Huge! We've had 2 job offers coming for us. I mean, the ICU will always be in our hearts. However, Manchester United and Barcelona have come calling. I don't know whether or not they was in the stands for that last game, and they've seen what we can do with the younger players, bringing them through and giving them game time to potentially flourish, to be the best players in the world. But Man United and Barcelona have offered us contracts to go and manage their clubs.
Huge news. It's funny because you think literally 15 games ago we had offers from Fulham and Forest, and we now have the creme de la creme of world football. Manchester United and Barcelona offering us management positions. Do you know what? We're here for the club, we're here for the team and everything, but we want to get your thoughts. So, let's start a poll. Job offers? Question mark. MUFC, Barca, or ICU for life. Let's throw the question around. Let's just see what people think. We've had some job offers, and we work with our players. Want to know what you guys think? So we've obviously been offered jobs at Manchester United and Barcelona, but we came here with a long game in mind. We came with the view of getting ice cream uploads into the Premiership. Now we want to get ice cream uploads into the Champions League. But obviously, Man United and Barcelona have come calling. What do you guys think? What do the players think? What do our backroom staff think? So far, it looks like we've been told that we keep doing the job that we've been doing here at the ICU arena. 100% of the backroom staff so far behind us saying to stay at Ice Cream Uploads FC, which honestly, that's kind of what we had in mind anyway. But you have to discuss when the likes of the Old Trafford and Camp Nou football clubs come knocking on your door. You have to discuss the questions seriously. But it looks like all time for discussion is up as 100% of the backroom staff, everyone that's had an input into that has said stick with ICU for life. So there we go. Manchester United, Barcelona, we appreciate the interest, but we're on something special here at the arena.
Absolutely.
We're going to stick along with this team of players. Has it actually let us pick favourite players yet?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, okay. Is it?
We do that now?
Would that be for this season or everything so far? Do you know what? New poll. We're going to submit our favourite player then. Favourite player. The options will limit to Castolo because he was the player of the season last year. Isak because he's our top scorer this season. Dani Olmo because he's been on fire as our creative midfielder. Do we put Lobato or Bellingham or anyone else in there, or do we just leave it to that top three? Castolo, Isak and Olmo. Maybe Ordas.
Fellaini.
Oh, Fellaini. Oh, do you know what? We'll go with Dodo and Fellaini.
We can do 5, can't we?
Yeah.
Sorry, you can do up to 10, I think, in this.
We'll just have these 5. Castolo, Isak, Dani Olmo, Dodo and Fellaini. Favourite player? Who should we mark as our favourite player? It's kind of an internal player of the year, player of the season sort of award. So we'll start that poll now. Feel free to get involved. Let us know your thoughts. Obviously, this season, Isak has been on fire. Castolo has still been up there with him, though. Castolo, out and out player of the season last year. Do we give it him based on that? Do we factor in what Isak has done so far this season? Bit of a split so far. Feel free to have your vote in the chat. It'd be important. That could decide where we go. Obviously, Dani Olmo has been creative from the attacking midfield. Probably our talismanic and most valuable player. Dodo, strong defensive mid. Fellaini, world-class centre-back, punching above his weight. And it's a split across the votes so far. We've got about 15 seconds, 10 seconds left. So if you haven't voted, feel free to get your vote in. It's a split at this point in time. 3, 2, 1. And we have a split 50-50 across Castolo and Isak. What are your thoughts, Pip?
Well, you can. It's Chapper says you can add 2. So.
Oh, there we go.
Castolo and.
Up.
Do you reckon it's going to be Fellaini's last season? Or are we going to put Isak in for this season?
Spike says Castolo, I was AFK.
The net burster, Isak.
Okay, let's do one more quick poll then. Just because, I mean, it's easy to give it to Isak as well as Castolo because obviously goal scorers. So let's ask. Well, the poll just says second player. This is the second favourite player. Isak or Fellaini. That's what we're going to split it between because Fellaini has been punching above his weight. Starting poll. No, I'll put actually a second fave player just in case anyone jumps in. Start poll. So second fave player, the poll has started. Do we give it to Isak because he's scoring goals, or do we give it to Fellaini because he's doing just as important a job in defence? Let us know your thoughts by registering on the vote there in the chat. Obviously, Castolo has been recognised for his goal-scoring contributions. Is it right to give that to Isak as well? Are we going top-heavy with the votes? Could Fellaini be counted in? Or should we give it to the players that stand out the most? Is Fellaini actually standing out? Are we just giving it him just because he's a defender and we're mixing it up? We've had 2 votes. And once again, in true Ice Cream Uploads, polling fashion, the vote is split. You've got probably 15, 20 seconds left to get your vote in. Alexander Isak or Verlaine as the second favourite player. Come on, we need one more vote. Oh, we've had one. Oh, we need one more now. We've got two and they cancelled each other out. One more vote, please. 3, 2. It's split. It's split. Of course it is. Yeah.
Can I have the decision then?
Go on, babe.
Fellaini.
I'm happy with that.
After last season, he was phenomenal. Single-handedly, him and Jarisic and Stramer was unbelievable in our title chances last year. Isak has been phenomenal this year. He's definitely a Premier League player. However, Fellaini's done it in both leagues so far. He was essential last year. So I think him and Castolo for contributions towards ICU's top of the league status. I think it has to be them two.
Stolo, Verlaine, I'm happy with that. That's good for me. Let's go for that. Those two can get into the my favourite players.
Spike says, I voted Verlaine because he punches so far above his weight like you two. I definitely do. And I've got a lot of weight to punch.
So, final game off the back of that. The single greatest victory in Ice Cream Uploads history. Not against the opposition, but in the nature of it happened. Not that the opposition were weak. Ice Cream Uploads take on Bournemouth at Bournemouth. And true to form, Lobato starts. And true to form, Jezza Frimpong is not looking spectacular at the back of that's another one that needs a face in the lineup.
Mini face.
Yeah. Soften off.
See if we can try and find one.
Frimpong and has Bellingham got a mini face in game, or is he?
No, I think it's still his default one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can sort them out. That's easy enough.
Yeah. Okay, so the lineup kind of picks itself. I mean, happy enough to give Frimpong the run out because happy enough to give Frimpong the ring out because Gearson's got a case of from his text message this morning. Sorry, boss, I've got the shits. So don't think we'll be playing Gearson today.
He's got a case of the runny ass.
There we go. I see you in there away, White. Can we get another clean sweep? Can we get another 3 wins? The winning streak continues, and genuinely thought it was gone in that one. Genuinely thought it was, but it wasn't. So yeah, boy. Anyway, sat in the dugout with fans wearing scarves that I don't know what they are, but it's fine. They're snowing. Do you not turn around and have a look at the pitch? Or not? It's disappeared.
We're on top of the roof.
It's just to get a look at the snow. That's quality face build, that. Whoever their captain is. Sherman. So, they've done it at home against Arsenal, but can they do it on a cold, wintry day in Bournemouth? That's the question being asked now. Sammy J87 says the mods and scenes look great, guys. Enjoy watching this, following the team. Thank you very much, Sammy J, and thank you for the follow as well, dude. Much appreciated. Yeah, a lot of time has been put into this. From a broadcast point in Streamlabs and from within the game itself. I mean, having the ability to take you around the arena and the training ground, but having the ability to show you the Sky Sports scoreboards, as you'll see right now. Team sheet should have said, you see right now. A lot of effort being put in there, so thank you very much. It means a lot. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. And they love a good ceiling shot in this stadium.
They're only small stands, aren't they? So they haven't got much to be able to go in from. I'm interested to see what the camera's going to look like in a second. We'll have to change or zoom in the camera for this one.
Final game of the stream. That's a class face build. Final game of the stream. Can we make it 3 for 3? Yep, I need to zoom this one in.
Ooh. Might have to change it all together.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So we've had to throw away with the sexy broadcast cam for this one, but it's the nature of the beast when you're playing with mods. Oh!
Ah.
As if that's... Oh, they're going to score from this free kick.
No, they're not. Oh, they are! Oh, shit.
Called it.
I moved the keeper across, and then look what happens. Oh, he's hit the wall. Who did it hit in the wall? Because I don't even think they jumped. Oh, you can't see it anyway. The drone footage is shite. Here we go.
Oh, it was
It was the defender that ran behind.
It was the only one that jumped. Was it Katic?
I don't even think he was in the wall. He just ran behind the wall. Bastard. That's a good shot.
It's all right. We came back from worse in the last game. Oh, what a swing.
Oh, that's a terrible ball.
Hey lads, I have a suggestion. So like after every stream, maybe upload the results of the matches you play into Discord, so those who missed the actual stream can easily catch up as to what happened. That's a very good shout, that, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree.
We will do that. Also, feel free, anyone who wants to get involved in the Discord as well, feel free to track the results for those that haven't. If we haven't done it, by all means, it would be good to get you guys involved in it as well. So if you guys do want to put those results in as well, for the benefit of anyone that hasn't been able to keep up with it, that would be much appreciated too. It is all our team after all, so we don't mind you guys getting involved in that sort of thing. Oh, bit feeble. I wanted him to like wrap it.
Oh. Oh, Dodo.
Big
Well
win.
in. Frimmy. Oh,
And he keeps it.
As well. No. Bastard. Oh, well.
Oh, Fubo now has a chance.
Oh, he's put it in the danger zone.
Fly
Oh, lucky.
through the danger zone.
Put it in the Kenny Loggins.
Oh! Oh, no! Just, Lobato just never looked to have it. He just stuck underneath his feet all the way through that then. Oh, Matondo almost taking it all the way through. Yes, thanks, lads, because this week is a busy week for me, so I don't have time to touch the full streams. That's replay on YouTube. No, it's a good idea. It's definitely a good idea. We like good suggestions like that. That's good. Oh.
I'll get them written down this evening then and post all the season's results and then schedule for the next stream. That'll work. I'll just create a new category.
Be worth getting a screenshot of the table at the end of the stream as well, maybe.
Oh!
Do you know what, to be fair? The Premier League is coming to life. It's taken 3 months, but we're finally getting to see what the Premiership has to offer. Some good play there. Some nice movement and just makes up all the space. Katic never had a chance of getting anywhere near him. Good finish.
Very good finish. Very, very good finish. So 26 minutes in, the ICU are 2-0 down again.
Can't do it again, can they?
Oh, Das.
Oh,
I couldn't even get his foot into it.
Oh, Dodo, come on. Ref!
Oh, now he's in the way. You silly bastard.
With the slowest animation in the world.
Great ball.
Oh.
Oh. He's like a salmon then.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's a poor ball.
That's better. Oh, that's not.
Ish. There we go.
A bit heavy.
A bit weighty.
Weighty.
Oh,
Oh, I'm trying to get out of your way.
oh, there we go. Beautiful little interchange there between the two seasoned ICU strikers.
I mean, that lovely pass from Castolo, but Audas then still had to finish it.
Again, a little toe stabber.
Just as Chappers comes out with his motivational team talk, we get one back. Look at that. 1, 2.
Oof. I tell you what, he didn't have much of the net to aim for there and still managed to go through. Oh, Lobato a little bit knackered there on 38 minutes.
He has played a lot of games. We had the same thing last year when Frimps was in his form. He was absolutely exhausted for about 2 months, but it's helped his career. Oh! Oh!
Oh. The greasy surface isn't helping, is it?
Ref!
Oh,
Trying to fucking get that out of his feet and gets absolutely bundled. Good lad. Nice win, Ben White. Again.
Oh. Two going in 2-1 at half time.
Suddenly Castolo turns green. Audas shifts into Diego Maradona. Diego Audas.
Stadium shot. It's been a very tight game so far. Come on, boys. We've got another goal in us here, surely.
Oh, look at all that space. Just going to try run into it.
Lovely shift. Lovely shift.
Oh. Come on! Twice.
On the edge of the 18.
Just like swung his foot again.
I'll tell you what, this is some high pressure. This is why the boys are knackered. Fighting for everything. Oh, you clown!
Castolo just took his eye off it. He's clearly got one eye on the goal. Oh. So the high pressure's just turning them into a little bit of long ball spectacular. Castolo now. Oh. Wonderfasted. 6 his foot through it. Keeper just happy to just palm it back into danger as long as it doesn't find its way into the back of the net. Lewis Tonks says, "Hi guys, how many games you played at PES? Just joined. We're about 16 games into the season. Something like that. We're on the final game of the stream. We play 3 games each stream." Oh, trying to get that interplay again. Get your foot in!
There's not been much room in this game. You'd think in the Arsenal one where it was actually 3 goals down, there was a lot more room to manoeuvre, but we haven't actually had that much room in this game. They defended well.
Slow then, Lobato. Oh.
Oh, well in, Dodo. No! Oh, I was meant to go wide.
Is that a corner?
Corner, though. Yeah, I think so. Yes, it is.
Come on, boys. Little Kubo now.
Bring some height in.
Sounds good to me. Where is he?
Oh!
Davis! Davis with a fucking flying kick!
Oh, lucky boys.
Oh, Kubo.
Ref!
Get up!
Off the floor, you twat.
Oof.
Oh, no. You got it? No, it's me.
Player select, just add an absolute mare then. Yes, no. No, yes.
Oh, Romo, get it out your foot! I tell you what, he's got one foot out the fucking door, that idiot.
It's just
Touch is awful.
absolutely two different players. He plays phenomenally and then just can't fucking release a ball.
Oh!
The weirdest clearance, but Jezza Frimps is wrong side of the pitch. But he goes up, sticking. Oh, double touched.
Kubo. Castolo! It has to be! It is! Castolo! That's what he's in the team for. That's what you get from him. Well done, mate.
Look at the sky! The cameraman's clearly high on smack. Shows you the top of the stadium or the sky. Danny Olmo, look at him celebrating.
Oh God, whoever is at Sky Sports using this drone is shite. There we go. He's got the X-ray vision on. There we go. Better view of the goal.
This first touch takes the defender out of play. Dink, and that's it. Shrugs him off. And how many times? That's Castolo all day. Turning a man. Finesse bottom corner. Looked like he had the people's eyebrow on then.
We've not, have we? We've not.
Leg shattered. Get off the floor, you twat. Oh. Matondo now opening up. He's got 4 players. Oh, just flimsy. Flimsy. Just release it.
Well in. Shit! What kind of touch is that? Oh no. I'll get centre.
Nice. Oh, there's a fucking hospital past that.
Oh God. Get it out. Get it out. 1 minute. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ball still alive.
Oh, fucking hell, Matondo. Donkey.
2-2. It's not bad. We was 2-0 down. I thought Castolo was in then. I thought he just passed a beautiful ball. It's just a bit too weighty for the 33-year-old to get onto. Oof.
You got to wonder if the snow had an impact on the way that pass just skated across the surface then. Oh, nothing you can say.
What a Katic run behind the wall. I had that covered. Oh, it's not going to show it now, is it?
Might do on the
I
next
had
one.
that covered. Here
Yeah.
we go. Look, watch him.
Tink.
He wasn't even in the wall. Oh well, it happens. Nothing keeper's going to do there.
At Big Zombie Monkey forgot to mention. Did get that. Thoughts on Lee Johnson? He has a name like a toilet or a penis. Oh, you were talking to. So I thought you were asking us then. I get it. There we go. Anyway, results. The game we've just seen, Ice Cream Upload's winning streak comes to a halt. Undefeated still though. And what another game. 3 goals down in the last game. Come back to rescue all 3 points. 2 goals down in this one. Come back to take a share of the points. As Arsenal now find the form that they didn't have in the last game to see out the win. 4-0 against Fulham. Everton 1-0 against Newcastle. Leicester continue to drop points. Losing 2 of the 3 at Watford, at home to Watford, should I say, 1 apiece. Manchester United get 3 points in a 3-goal win at West Ham. The next set of fixtures show Liverpool bagging all 3 points, Burnley taking all 3 points, Chelsea splitting the difference with Nottingham Forest. City, though, losing home 1-0 to Aston Villa, while Spurs get a 2-0 win at Brighton and Hove Albion. Should make it pretty entertaining at the top of the table, as Ice Cream Uploads take that point to give them a 3-point lead. So it's not the 2 that they would have done if they lost, but the 5-point lead is slightly being eroded. United catching up once again with a goal difference. Liverpool not too far behind. Suddenly, everything that was looking almost a bit of a shoe-in. It never is at this point in the season, but for how we've been playing. After that Arsenal game, you're thinking, well, this team has got character, got calibre. They're going to go all the way. Suddenly looks a little bit different now. Just one win separating the top 2 now. Chapper says, lol, to be fair, if you're losing at home to us, you probably deserve to get sacked. I want Chris Hughton, but I don't think he'll go to another championship club. I'd accept Bibby so long as it doesn't come with that awful assistant at Graham Day. I'm not going anywhere near that pathetic City. Get out of here. I'm going back a bit here, but the marking and defending for our goals a week ago were atrocious. Made Connor Wickham look like Didier Droga. Cal Drogo. So the news stories. Ice Cream Uploads FC Castello had the following comments to make. We've got a new scout. Our opponents played some really good football. We should take the fact that we didn't lose as a positive. There we go, Costello. You can tell he's a seasoned player. He knows take it. Managerial perfection. Villaney spoke to us about his relationship with his manager chairman. Okay. Nice YouTube video there. Well, he expects a lot of blah, 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 blah. A tough start in match for Ice Cream Uploads. A tough match in store even. And that is exactly what it is. The next stream on Friday will have us hosting Tottenham at home, taking a trip down to the South Coast as we play Brighton, and then on the way back up, stop off in the Midlands with a game against Aston Villa. After that, though, look at the date. 30th of the 12th, 2020. After that, we hit the January transfer window. So Spurs, Brighton, Villa, and then we start to look to see if we need to strengthen any areas of our team. So if you've got any suggestions, drop them in the Discord. ! Discord in the chat is how you can do that. George Liam says, hey, I just came back. Nice comeback, lads. Yep, 2-0 down. Once again, making it difficult for ourselves, but we are just a championship caliber team. We shouldn't even be where we are. The fact we are, that just shows how good the managerial team is. Hey. Anyway, that is it. Let's get back into the managerial office. Thank you, everyone, for joining us once again. The adventures of Ice Cream Uploads in the Masters of the League. We sit at the top of the league. Liverpool closing us down with United, City and Leicester not too far behind. There is an 8-point gap between us and City and Leicester, but there's only one win that separates us and Liverpool. It's all getting a bit tight at the top. It looked like we're about to pull away. It's never going to happen, is it, in the Premiership? But we can only do what we can do. We travel to Tottenham, Brighton and Villa in the next episode, and then we open up the transfer window. So make sure you come back 12 noon-ish. Ish on Friday as we go back for episode 24 of Masters of the League. If you have missed any of it, though, we will put the full video on YouTube and we'll highlight it as well here on Twitch. So it's nice and easy for you to get straight into the action. But before we disappear, anything you want to throw in, babe?
Yeah, again, thank you very much to all of our assistant managers, our scouts, our club legends that have been in the stands and in the boardroom today. You've obviously your support is exactly what we need. Again, this club is as much yours as it is ours, so we need your input with absolutely everything. Like Graham said, we'll be back on Friday with the last 3 games of 2020 before we move into the 2021 January transfer window. We expect to be able to spend a lot of money. We expect players to leave, and we also expect quite a few decent little buys to help us out with a potential to have a title charge towards the back end of the season. So please do not miss that one on Friday.
Yeah. Anyway, we usually would at this point jump in the uploader and head back to the Manor House, but it's a busy day today, so we've got to get prepped. We've got to start ring fencing some players that we might be interested in signing. So we're just going to stick around in the office. But yeah, if you guys just want to leave, shut the door behind you. We'll turn off the lights and everything when we're done. Don't worry about it. Jim's well, he's still listening to Taylor Swift on the training pitch behind us, so he's going to be out there for a few hours anyway.
These days are too late.
So from everyone here at the ICU Arena, have yourselves a fantastic Wednesday evening, Thursday, and we will see you on Friday for episode 24, 12 noonish. Twitch.tv/have a nice ice cream uploads. Have yourselves a nice day, and remember, stay frosty.